obviously, Browns need to rebuild the offensive line. Chad Forbes had this hypothetical redo for the Browns. Free agents sign Rasheed Walker, left tackle, left guard, Spencer Burford, center Luke Fortner, trade DeJuan Jones to the Eagles for Tyler Steen. Might have to throw in a late-round pick. Remade line looks like Rasheed Walker, Spencer Burford at left guard, Fortner, Steen at right guard, and then they're drafting Monroe Freeling, which would probably be later in the first round. What are your thoughts?
So Rasheed Walker is an average tackle, and he's probably going to get something like $20 million per year on the open market. You know, I get the appeal for a lot of people to go, we need linemen. But part of the problem for me is this is sort of how you got into this situation where you paid a high price for average. So that's why I would lean, if I'm trying to spend dollars, I'd go for a premier player. That's why I think Tyler Linderbaum is sort of the prize. Because if you're going to pay $20 million, even if it's for a center, get one of the best. Mm-hmm. But the rest of this, in terms of like Spencer Burford, Luke Fortner, trading, DeJuan Jones, I don't know if the Eagles would want DeJuan Jones, but Tyler Steen, like getting those type of guys, low cost, second tier, third tier players, and cobbling together a unit out of those is really interesting. Burford's 25 years old. He hasn't done a whole lot, but like that's the age range you want to get these guys and have George Warhop and his assistants work with these guys. Luke Fortner, again, interesting, 27 years old. It's eerie how many 6'6" centers there are in this league. It's crazy the Browns keep bumping into these guys. But yeah, he's another interesting guy. My complaint here, if I'm going to complain about anything, was sort of like, I wish there was more draft. And granted, this is a very short idea he's got here. And I really like Monroe Freeling. I would not move him. That's my probably preferred scenario if I can get him at left tackle at 24. I think he's a really interesting player. But this is sort of what I've been talking about from my standpoint, is get a bunch of low-cost swings and ultimately build through the draft. You get one premier player and sort of build around it, you're in good shape. But I just don't love the idea of just throwing a ton of money at bodies, because the Browns were at one point paying 5 premium contracts to the offensive linemen and not getting premium return.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. And it'll be interesting to see if they do, in fact, go tackle with potentially both of them.